I want to give everybody a little bit of guidance on assignment number 4 and maybe walk you through a little bit of the process in case you're having troubles on this assignment. The first thing I've got up on my screen that you'll see is our due dates checklist. And so this is available in BB Learn, and whether you're in the 8-week class or the 10-week class, this is what it'll look like, but just with different dates. So what I got up right now is the 8-week class, and there's an easy way to do this. Once you've watched the previous video and you can see how to get Microsoft Project set up and you've got some of the basics, you can open up an empty project, a new project, and you can actually copy and paste from this document over into the other document. So what I'm copying and pasting right now is what's due on Monday of week 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that into our Microsoft Project document here. You can see that I have that now. You'll notice that I already have the project set up for our start date of the class for this particular class, and I can copy and paste these things in there. I'm not copying the modules, I want what is due. That's up to you how you want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this. We're going to put it in here. There's a reason I'm leaving a blank there. Okay, now one thing I'm going to do is see, this is a title for discussions right here. I don't want that, and right now it's set up as a summary because these two are indented on it, and I don't necessarily want that. So I'm going to delete that task. Oh, I didn't want to delete all of that. First, I'm going to move these two out, go to task, and hit the out button, because then when I delete discussions, it won't delete those two things also. Okay, so you see I've left a couple of blanks here. There's a reason behind that. It's because I want to put in some summaries. And so this new task right here, I'm going to put as our class start. Okay, and then I've got week 1, and then down here I've got week 2. Now, remember, these things are due Monday of week 2, but it's stuff you're going to do in week 1. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and indent these things underneath week 1. And then I'm going to indent these things underneath week 2. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can get into a lot of detail on when during the week you're going to do this. You can also change your working times to 7 days a week if you're actually going to be working on this 7 days a week. You can do that through project, change working time, and you can go in here to work weeks, double click on default, hit Sunday, hit set days to these specific working times, and you can change Sunday to a working time. You just need to put in different working times here for Sunday and for Saturday. You would hit that, set days to these specific working times, and then you would enter that. I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it the way it is set up right now. And I'm going to have, so my class start date, you can make this a milestone, okay? You can make it a milestone by saying 0 days. And then all of these, you want these to be due the next Monday, so the next Monday they're due. So you could say 6 days, right? And then that is now due Monday the 18th. And if you put all of those on 6 days duration, then it's Monday the 18th. Now you see that this one, for some reason, went in manually scheduled. I'm going to change that back to auto scheduled. As I mentioned to you in the previous video, that's a good idea. Now we need our predecessors and successors in here. So I'm going to plug in 1 as my predecessor for all these, class start. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start looking at week 2. And so logbooks, what I could do is I could connect these with my logbooks from the last week. And I can connect my assignments with assignments by plugging in 4. See that this is line 4, so I plugged in 4 there. Quizzes can be connected to quizzes. Now discussions aren't connected to anything, and so what we could do is we could connect those to our class start. But we're going to have to give it some longer durations because we did start these at the beginning of the class, but we want them to be due on that next Monday. So we're going to have to adjust our durations. So if we plug in 5, it's going to make it due the next Monday. Now, this one was 6 because it included Monday, the first Monday of the class. So we had 6 to get it due the next Monday. Now we're plugging in 5 because it doesn't include Monday because Monday is included in the lines above. All right? And we have this set to a 5-day work week. So 5 days puts us on that Monday. Now we're down here to our discussions. We need to make these due on that same Monday, but because we've been working on the discussions for 2 weeks, let's go ahead and plug that in for, I guess, 11 days. We'll do the same thing. Okay. Now, right now, everything is set up for week 1 and week 2 for when they're due. You would just keep going with week 3, and then we would need to outdent that because you see it put it underneath week 2, but we want it out here. And then we can go back to this. We can grab our logbooks and discussions that are due. We're going to go ahead and copy and paste those in. We're going to indent all of these underneath week 3. These discussion boards are already indented, so I'm not going to indent those. I'm going to need to outdent those to put them on the same level. And then once again, I'm going to get rid of this discussion line because I just want the discussions. And so these discussion boards, you could change the title of these to planning, discussion, etc. To make it more clear. But you'll notice that the discussions, they didn't start after these discussions ended. They started here. So we're going to make these discussions have the predecessor up here in week 1 because it started at the same time as our week 2 stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll just plug in whatever the last day of that was. And this is going to be another one of those. It's going to be 11 to get it due on. Yep. No, 10. Sorry, to get it due on that Monday. So these will all be 10 when we plug them in. And these are going to be 5 once again. Okay. And these need to be connected. So I'm going to connect logbooks to logbooks, assignments to assignments, and quizzes to quizzes. And then remember we're connecting these up above. But you'll see that they're all due on Monday over here. This should give you a good start. Now, this is not the only way you can do this assignment, but it is a way you can do this assignment. Just wanted to give you a good start if you haven't started already on this particular assignment.